Since the commencement of the Somali Civil War in 1991, piracy has threatened international shipping lines off the coast of the nation. Somalia has been at war for approximately 2 decades, with piracy now being a way to make money. Somali pirates generally are fishermen who have turned to piracy as a way to support themselves or even their villages. They now use mother ships so that they can attack further off the coast and often attack at night.
A piracy attack is one that goes against a vessel in international waters. Most Somali pirate attacks occur between Somalia, Eritrea, and Yemen in the Gulf of Aden. Many attacks also occur throughout the Arabian Sea, mainly ranging from the coast of Tanzania to Oman, though in recent years attacks have spread as far as Seychelles and the Indian Ocean.
Somali pirates aren't your average kind of pirate. They don't wear eye patches and don't use swords. Instead, they use small speedboats and rocket-propelled grenades to operate at night. On finding a target, they launch hooks and rope ladders to board the ship and overwhelm the crew.
Ransom money for hostages of captured ships generally ranges from $500,000 to $2 million. The pirates, however, do not consider themselves thieves. In an interview with a Somali pirate, one stated that we don't consider ourselves as sea bandits. We consider sea bandits those who illegally fish in our seas and dump waste in our seas and carry weapons in our seas. We are simply patrolling our seas. Think of us as a coast guard.
Piracy peaked in 2003 with 445 attacks around the world. In 2006, the amount of attacks decreased drastically to 239 attacks, but last year the number increased to 249. In 2008, 111 ships were attacked with 40 to 42 hijackings. In 2000, a total of 1,181 hostages were seized by Somali pirates. This year, the total amount of attacks worldwide has been 145, with 17 hijackings. Currently, there are 13 vessels being held with 200 hostages in Somalia.
Pirates hire muscle power from the unemployed youth, hire poor fishermen to provide boats and navigational skills, and pay foreign businessmen to provide weapons, satellite phones, and luxury weapons. With these resources, they can seize the vessel, look after hostages, and collect ransoms.
In Somalia, piracy is a popular occupation for the young, unemployed, and uneducated Somalis who are even willing to risk their lives. These Somali pirates consider themselves as defenders of Somalia's fishery wealth, Robin Hoods of the sea. The pirates have well-organized policy guidelines on piracy that even include the sharing of ransom amount collected. They use fast boats with weapons and boarding ladders to board the ships. The vessel or cargo that was hijacked is of no importance to the pirates. Their only target is to kidnap the crew as hostages. Hostages are treated well as they are links to the targeted ransom. The ransom is based on the hostage's nationality. Europeans and Americans have higher ransom compared to Asian hostages. A businessman who is the financer that sponsors piracy gets 30% of the ransom, while pirates get 50%.
The Somalis initially started patrolling around the coast with weapons to protect their wealthy fishing community from foreign fishermen. Until later, Somalis turned to hijacking ships and holding hostages captive, becoming pirates. There has been an absence of a stable or properly functional government in Somalia since the 1990s. Because of the lack of proper education and good governance, nearly a generation grows without appropriate living conditions. Lack of education led to an increase of unemployment, forcing the young generation to turn to piracy as their occupation.
The Somali locals see the sea bandits as the Marines, not as pirates, and piracy is not considered as a crime. However, clerics are against piracy because of the use of alcohol, drugs, and increase in killings. Nonetheless, the clerics don't have the power to stop piracy. Pirates continue to take hostages and terrorize Somali waters today. Recently, pirates have made news for these actions. In April of 2009, the United States Navy SEAL snipers killed 3 pirates that were holding an American cargo ship captain hostage. Then in January of this year, SEAL Team 6 rescued 2 hostages from pirates in a helicopter night raid. And most recently, in February of this year, a Panamese vessel was captured on the eastern end of the Gulf of Aden. Pirates demanded $2 million as ransom. These high-profile events have focused new attention on the threat of piracy off the coast of Somalia. However, this newfound publicity has had negative effects such as Captain Phillips's rescue, which led to a pledge by pirates to increase piracy in the Gulf of Aden and specifically target U.S. ships.
While political efforts are taken to stop piracy, a number of non-governmental organizations have taken action as well. One of these organizations is called Task Force 150 and has been operating since 2003, involving naval forces from countries such as the United States, Pakistan, and Britain. Another is the IMB PRC, which is the world's only manned center receiving and spreading reports of piracy and armed robbery across the world. Lastly, the MPHRP provides assistance to seafarers and their families with regards to traumatic incidents caused by piracy, armed robbery, or being taken hostage.
Despite the aid provided by these organizations, piracy in Somalia continues to be a threat to both civilians and travelers. Most pirates work in an area about 4 times the size of Texas, making it difficult to give safe passage for every ship in the waters. One of the only solutions for Somali piracy is to aid Somalia in establishing a more stable country with an effective government.